Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Back on the Snow. I'm Joe, with me as always.
I'm Ben.
It's real Ben this time.
As you can tell, I'm eating.
Yeah, I've been using AI the last couple of weeks, but we're over that stage. So, on this episode, we're going to see us, last week, you remember we were prepping the exhaust kit all ready for painting. This week, we're actually going to go ahead and sand it down, and we're going to show you the paint that we use to get that exhaust all nice.
How much does that
back
stuff cost now? Like $20 a can?
It's getting up there, you know. It is getting more expensive. It used to be, man, $6 a can in the good old days. $10 a can, but still cheaper than having to get a new exhaust because it gets holes. Sure. So, hope you guys enjoy.
Yep. Peace.
Fuel switch off.
What?
We're all set for sanding here, so what we're going to get out, we got our angle grinder with the wire wheel. It's going to work best to break this down. Got my nice sawhorse here, courtesy Waste Management. And then I recommend, it's not a political statement, I go ahead and wear one of these masks here just because otherwise everything's going to be tasting like rust for a couple of days from all this sanding. Get yourself a good pair of safety glasses too. So let's go ahead, let's do the time lapse. Probably have about, between this and the other stuff, a half hour of sanding. So let's get started. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have the kid go ahead with the palm sander, and he's going to go ahead and get some of the other stuff off. One bad thing we did notice, we'll get a close-up. See those holes there? 8,800 miles. Not the end of the world. JB Weld actually makes a pretty good muffler patch. I know that if I try to go ahead and weld this, I'm just going to start putting hole after hole after hole. If you've done it before, you know what I'm talking about. So we'll use some patch on this. That's the one bad thing when you have the silver tins on the outside, is that they look cool, but man, these things hold some water and they rust. So.
Now that we got everything sanded, we're going to rinse it so we can paint it.
Okay, we got the exhaust all washed off. We sanded it about between 40 minutes of grinding, another 10 to 15 of sanding. We're going to use this Rust-Oleum high heat paint up to 2,000 degrees. If you go with the stuff that I think they sell at 800, it just doesn't hold up. So we'll go ahead and we'll start that old can. See how much we get out of it here before. Nice stuff on the high heat. This stuff dries fast. Got our first coat on. We're going to wait about 15 minutes. So it'll all be dry. We'll come back, we'll hit it with a second coat. Should only takes 2 coats on this. Plus it'll be covered by the tin, so you won't see a lot of this. A lot of it's for protection. In our experience doing this, you do this to the exhaust, you get about 3 seasons until you start seeing the rust come back through. So I'd say for the 2 hours it takes you, it's well worth it. It's going to add a few years to the exhaust, hopefully give some rust protection, keep you out there back on the snow. For these aluminum covers, we're going to use some more Rust-Oleum high heat. This is a relatively new product. I didn't see this on the shelf till last year. Used to have high heat in your choice of any color as long as you want it black, but they went with silver now. So this helps it look pretty nice when you clean it up. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to give this a nice good coat here. And then we have the before the tins, like on top of the exhaust. They actually don't look too bad, but we're gonna give them a sand and some fresh paint with the high heat silver. And here's the after. Got probably, in these, only about 15 minutes of sanding and prep. Got 3 coats of paint. We still have to do the final, which is the baking. If you read the back of the directions, you got to bake this in the oven. So we'll do that. But other than that, this thing's done. So here's the front side of the exhaust. This is the before. Let's see the other side of it. Go ahead, flip. And let's look at the after now. Here is the after. Got about 45 minutes of with the wheel. Got about another 10, maybe 15 with some sandpaper. Got it cleaned off. We got 2 coats of paint on it. Just got to bake it. Much better.
Hey everybody, we've been grinding away here back in the snow, and it's all thanks to you. Remember to hit the like button like you do the throttle. Subscribe if you're not already, and drop your 2 cents down in the comments. We love hearing from you. Stay tuned because we've got more snowmobile restoration coming your way in the upcoming weeks. Hope to see you all back on the snow.